mountain view might be obscured by clouds, but these sledders aren't in Berchtesgaden for the scenery. It's all about the kilometer-long toboggan run. Our reporter is a regular here, and he still uses a wooden sled just like he did as a child.
When it comes to tobogganing, this is the classic sled. The Davos sled is named after the city in Switzerland where the first sled event was held. And nowadays there are plenty of new models on the market, and I want to know if they're really any better than this good old wooden model.
Matthias is here to test 4 new designs. At first glance, he only sees 2 that are made to handle the rocky ride from the hilltop to the valley below. Josef Lenz will help rate the sleds. He was a European luge champion who went on to coach the German team for nearly 30 years. Together, Lenz and Matthias examine the options.
So what do you think about those sleds?
Ja, man kann mit jedem fahren, ne?
You can sled with any of them. But there's no universal sled that runs well on every surface. And there are types of sled runs too. Hills, trails, ski runs. You can sled down ski runs, but only when it's not too steep.
Josef Lenz shows Matthias the various sledding positions. The former professional is positively surprised by the first sled.
It's slightly flexible, and that makes it easier to steer. It has good runners, and they're somewhat curved here. So the entire sled is easier to turn.
Our reporter is on his way. Josef Lenz will wait at the bottom while Matthias rides the first test model down. Safety first, a helmet and ski goggles, and he's away. The aluminum sled has a shock absorber under the seat. It's a fast ride down a very bumpy hill.
Prima.
Oh, great. This sled is extremely fast. I really had the feeling I have no control sometimes.
Small plastic sleds like this one are a favorite of children. There's no technique here, just sit down and hold on. Matthias shifts his weight to steer the sled in the right direction. It's much faster than he expected.
Good. Bravo.
I just had some time to think, and I asked myself, who invented sleds?
Well, sleds were originally used as a mode of transportation. The stones for the pyramids in Egypt were actually transported by wooden sleds.
Really, in the desert?
Instead of sun and sand, our reporter gets clouds and snow. The next model resembles the one most sledding professionals use in competitions. This airbag sled is the least traditional of all. Matthias holds on tight to 2 harnesses to stay on. And it works well. It's very fast and the viewpoint is low to the ground, a real adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I love it. It feels a little like wakeboarding, and it's a totally cool feeling, being so close to the snow, and it's just like flying.
The padding was the key. Our reporter didn't feel the bumps at all.
Looking at those new models, you may have the impression that the times of the good old wooden sled are over. And as different as they are, they have 2 things in common. They are extremely fast, plus they are very, very much fun.
For Matthias, nothing can replace the Davos, so he and Josef Lenz saved the last run of the day for the wooden sled that stood the test of time.